Hi guys, it's George here again. Just a little update on the 9900K build. We're actually getting there. I found some time, some spare time even, with working and stuff. So this is where we are. We'll start at the top. As you can see, we have two Varda 3000 RPM industrial fans. They'll be pointing down through the radiator. They are connected in via this little splitter here. If the camera can pick that up, there we go. So we've got obviously the four fans, and then we've got this PMW cable which runs all the way back down through the grommet and into the CPU header, or one of the headers on the motherboard. I may change that depending how I want to set things up. I'll be using SpeedFan to run the fans. At the front, turn this round, we have again two Varda front fans pushing air through the radiator, so more air going into the case. Let's turn it around again. Now for the juicy stuff. We have, we have the EK Velocity water block going on to the 9900K. I've now installed the HyperX Predator 3200 MHz. That's the RAM installed. We've got the riser cable mounted, and that will go into the times 16 slot. On this side here, right there, that's your HD audio, and that plug there is your switch, reset switch, hard drive flicker, and everything attended with that. Right, now on to the good stuff. We have down the bottom here, let's see if we can get the camera to focus, we've got the Singularity Computer's pump top. That's attached to a D5 pump using Molex and a PWM. Top of that, we've got the pump top cover, which screws on very nicely. You can see that in one of my other videos on how to assemble it. The reservoir screws into right in the threads on top of the pump top, right there. Not too tight or you'll split the O-ring. If you split the O-ring, when you fill up the reservoir, it will start leaking. I've only used one of the Singularity Computers mounting brackets, which are very good. The only modification I had to use was this section here. When I first installed the reservoir pump combo, it didn't fit, so I had to pull out the Dremel, make some measurements, do a little bit of cutting, a little bit of sanding, and as you can see, it fits in pretty much perfect now. There we go. We're on a 280mm radiator EK and 280 on the top, so the cooling should be suffice for that. Also got, I think the sun is too much. We've also got a little 80mm fan which will be ejecting the heat from the case if you have the side panel off, but I tend to have the front panel off. Don't know why, I just prefer it. That's my preference. And obviously down the bottom here we have the power supply where that'll go, but I've taken that out just for me putting the tubing in for the water loop. There's the bottom of the reservoir pump and the pump cover and pump top. that's down the bottom, fits in perfect. Like I said, measure twice, measure 3 times, fit once. So that's it guys, give me 2 minutes, I'll pop in the GPU and you can see it with it fully populated, and then all we need to do is plan out the loop, which I'll explain in the next one. Okay guys, that's the GPU installed now. As you can see, it takes up pretty much the entire front portion of the case. I did want to put it in flat, but with it going in flat, it did not allow me to have the reservoir in there at all. So I had a bit of a couple of days thinking about it, and I thought, well, why not do a vertical mount, and it worked out bloody damn well. So as you can see, here we go camera, it fits in absolutely perfect, and that is a Fantex vertical mount bracket with the riser cable that you do get with it. I did have to make a little incision on the back for the HDMI cable. If you don't, then obviously your HDMI cable is not going to, well, it's not going to go in anywhere. So this is the loop order that I'm thinking of doing. So we'll go from, as you can see there, I've already started, that's the pump out. We'll come up from there into that port there. From out of that port there, we'll go down, along, into there, out of that graphics card there, up, along, into the first radiator port, out of the second radiator port, into the first in port of the CPU, out of the second CPU port, let's see if we can get in there we go, and then from there out and return into one of the top ports on the reservoir. Or if I can get my hands in, I can do a return into the bottom of the reservoir and to keep it a little bit more clean. I'll have a think about that once the graphics card's out, because I'll do all the stuff when the graphic card is out, to give me a little bit more room. But again, if you've got any questions, once this is up and running, we'll do obviously the obligatory water fluid being turned on and going through it. Other than that, any questions, please post them up, like and subscribe. These little cable ties here, I bought a bunch of them. If you want to know where I got them, just please ask and I'll put a description below. Other than that, we're pretty much good to go. So I'm hoping over the next couple of days and maybe at the weekend we will start on the water loop. So yeah, fingers crossed guys. Wish me luck and we will see you soon. Have a nice day guys. Bye.